It's the UNLV Rebels and the Air Force Falcons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The home coach has told me pregame he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Falcons will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. The Rebels offense to go on the attack first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. And everything in this attack runs through him.
Special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch him...
Turning it on! They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
It really is no mystery, and Reese, obviously we were talking about this guy in the open, and already he's getting the ball, and already he's making his presence felt. He just has such great vision and contact balance, and David, they are going to continue to give him the football until you prove you can stop it.
Yeah, and so the defense is going to have to do something about it, and I know it's early, and that's just one run, but how much are they going to have to commit more people to the box, and they're just going to have to play physical and realize...
Maybe some room here. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to blow up now and start doing something.
Looking for room, it's Thomas. Finds a crease at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UNLV.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Falcons offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Out to guide this offense is Liam Zarka. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to go for a big one. Picked off, and he's got open room.
And this team right now has got to be in some shell shock, right? I mean, you can't start any worse. Your defense allows a touchdown on the opening drive, and on your offensive first play, you throw a pick. You just got to take a deep breath right now. Everything is a tidal wave that you're trying to fight against. It's just going to take one good one to turn this thing around, but this is not the start they were hoping for.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Vegas.
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down there. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And they tacked on the extra point.
14, Air Force 0.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Leaves it with the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the read to the left. And he'll be hit immediately, no gain on the play. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
On the option. And they swarm him under.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Dead center perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Across the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Here's a little room there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Thomas. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Rebels. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They march 78 yards down the field and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chambers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Under fire. He's going to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball in the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Takes a handoff. It's Thomas. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab over the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now they'll try the right side. Makes it past the marker. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Rebels are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Falcons want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to take off. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He didn't. Defense took advantage of it.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Steps away to find some room. Fires to the right. He's got it. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, that quarterback is really lucky that that ball wasn't intercepted. You should never throw the ball back across your body. I think because of the pressure, he felt like he had to do something quickly with the football, but that was almost a very bad play.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try the right side. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We get right to it with Indiana in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Hoosiers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now over to your game in Colorado Springs. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
The Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Chambers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Hey, guys, I was able to catch up with Coach Calhoun at halftime. His quarterback, not typically one to turn it over like this. He has an opportunity right now taking the field on offense to start the third quarter. He said ball security has to be at the top of the mind. Slow down, take what the defense gives you, and make sure we're holding on to the football. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Give to the fullback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. This is a designed run. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Falcons send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, down here on the UNLV sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Glover. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. The give to the left. Oh, he's got a chance. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might be looking to run. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got a little grass. Got enough for the first. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Glover. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. With the run on 1st and goal. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Tries again to get it in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the Air Force offense ready to take over. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Quickly out for the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The short hands, it's long. There he goes. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go, ready.
On the option. Doing it himself again. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Falcons are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Falcons trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Fullback's got it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with the GPS. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried, unfortunately. Failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This time, they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to him. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's a heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying the left side. Running to Green. Maybe a crease. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Rebels have moved it inside the 20. Using his legs, it's Thomas. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off.